What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today is April 27th, 2026. It's a Monday. I think I'm gonna do videos once a week. Try to upload them on either Sunday evening or Monday morning. Probably Sunday evening. I think that'd probably be best, but we'll see how things go. Hopefully you like that video in the beginning. It's nothing special, just like a drop snatch plus overhead snatch. Not my best work, to be honest. I thought I'd do a lot better. I thought I'd get 2 reps there for the overhead squat, like one snatch balance, sorry. We used to just call it drop snatch, just where you kind of do like a behind the neck squat jerk in a snatch grip position. I used to call that drop snatch, but most people call it snatch balance. So I thought I would get 1 snatch balance plus 2 overhead squat at 120, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Something weird about snatch balance. I've always been able to snatch balance more than I could like overhead squat, and in theory that would seem strange, because why would you be able to do, like, essentially you're jumping under, you're letting the weight push you down. You are kind of slowing it down eccentrically, but it's not the same as an overhead squat where you completely control the descent. Like, you're essentially letting the weight push you into the bottom, and then you're standing up concentrically, which in theory would be harder than doing the eccentric and concentric. But there's this particular phenomenon that I've noticed in weightlifting and acrobatic gymnastics. So when you're trying to balance something, right, and you're pushing into a force, let's say, like, okay, let's use this water bottle, right, and you're holding it. When you're pushing into the object, you can feel the object better, and it kind of stabilizes the base of support here, so you feel more stable pushing up. But when you are lowering and you're moving away from the mass that you're balancing, you feel less stability. So I've noticed this, for example, in acrobatic gymnastics. If I have somebody balance on my head, pushing up, like if I'm sitting on the ground in like a straddle position and I have to stand up when somebody's doing a one-arm handstand on my head, it's a lot easier for me, and even the balancer, the person doing the handstand on me, it's a lot easier for us to stand up than for us to go down. This is just a certain phenomenon. I don't know the physics behind it. I'm sure I could look into it. Maybe I'll see if I can look into it for the next video, but that's just an interesting phenomenon. Now, that being said, I do still think it's easier to do an overhead squat from this overhead position, go down eccentrically, and then stand up. I still think that's easier than like loading a bar on 2 blocks or whatever suspended frame you have, going underneath it, wedging yourself into the snatch position or overhead squat position, and then standing up. That to me is still very difficult, and more difficult than the full rep overhead squat down and then up. But yeah, anyways, that's that. Just drop some experience or some wisdom on you. So something exciting is happening this weekend. A former teammate of mine from high school track and field has challenged me to a 100-meter race. I'm not gonna mention his name right now. He's a good buddy of mine. He's a bit younger than me, 4 years younger than me, so I'm 32 now, he's 28. So time is on his side. I don't believe he has been training for sprinting or any type of sport endeavor. I believe he's been working out at the gym, like fitness gym. I have been doing plyometrics. I have been doing some sprint training since the weather's improved. I think I have about 3 or 4 sprint sessions in me as of late. Still not at full capacity though in terms of my sprinting or plyometrics. I broke my foot back in August, I think around August 17th, 2025. So we're getting close to the 1-year mark. So I broke my foot at a wrestling practice. It was the 2nd metatarsal. So if this is your big toe, the toe right beside it I broke this part. Maybe I can put an image up. I don't know. I'm not the greatest with editing right now. It's a process, so please be patient with me. So my foot is not 100% yet, but I'm pretty confident in my abilities. I'm confident that I can beat him. We've agreed to record it. I will be posting it on my next YouTube video next weekend. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that. We'll see. I'm going to do one more sprint session today and do my regular training throughout the week. So my plan is I'm going to do a sprint session today on Monday. On Tuesday, I will have a heavy lower body session. We'll plan to do a heavy single, work up to a heavy single in a concentric only back squat. So I'll set up the barbell around where my hip is around the same height as my knee joint, so around like a 90-degree position, and then I'll work up to a heavy single just standing up from the bottom position. Then do some other work as well. Wednesday I'll rest. Thursday I will do an upper body session. I'll monitor the volume, not go crazy on the volume, just because I want to be pretty fresh for this race. But I will work up to a 1 rep max on the bench press. Been reading some stuff on Charlie Francis, and he would like to do a max bench press or a maximum upper body lift to stimulate the nervous system, maybe 1 day or 2 days before a big race. So Charlie Francis was I should let the people know. I guess not everybody knows about Charlie Francis. He was Ben Johnson's coach, the original Olympic champion from the 1988 Seoul Olympics in the 100 meter, who famously, tested positive and got his gold medal taken away in his world record. But he was the national team. Charlie Francis was the national team coach, I believe. He was appointed national team coach. But anyways, he was the coach of Canada's best sprinters from probably the 70s to, I want to say 1988. He eventually was banned from the Canadian Federation, I believe. And if I'm wrong about any of this information, please in the comments feel free to let me know. But he was banned by the Canadian Federation because his athletes were using steroids, and he knew about this and he promoted it. It is what it is at the times, be what it be. That being said, he's still a phenomenal coach. I still use his methods, and I think his methods work whether or not you are on performance enhancing substances or not. But anyways, he would like to do a maximum effort upper body lift 1 to 2 days before a sprint race, because he believed it stimulated the nervous system of the entire body without fatiguing the legs extra. So that's my plan. On Tuesday, I'm going to do a heavy effort with my lower body. That gives me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I guess Saturday. I have like 4 days till the race, and then I do my max effort lift with upper body on Thursday, and then I have Friday, Saturday. I'm going to take Wednesday and Friday off. Saturday, the race is scheduled for 12 p.m., so I'll probably head down there around 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. Yeah, on Saturday, May 2nd. So yeah, I'll probably head down there 11 a.m., start warming up, whatnot. Gonna get one of my friends to film it. Yeah, should be exciting. We'll see. We haven't decided whether or not we're gonna bet some money on this. I would like to. Honestly, I'm pretty confident in my abilities. For those of you who don't know me, I used to compete in track and field in high school. I wasn't very good in high school, but I was very interested in the training philosophy and doing my own research. I did compete a little bit in university at Brock University when I was going there. I wouldn't consider myself a very good sprinter, but I was a decent jumper, especially for my size at the time. I was not necessarily tall or powerful, and my physical development was very far behind in terms of puberty, very far behind my peers. But grade 12 and my super senior year, I did pretty well. I mostly did jumps like high jump, triple jump, long jump. I did some 110 meter hurdles, a little bit of javelin. I love the javelin, but I don't think I was particularly good at it. I think I only threw around 40 meters in high school. What else did I do? 110 meters. I don't think I've ever won an all-out 100 meter in my life. I haven't done a lot of 100 meters in my life, but I was on the 4x100 relay. I would do the curve, the third leg. And then university, I mainly competed in long jump, triple jump, and pole vault. I think my skill set was more depth for pole vault, but anyways. So I have a little bit of track and field history. I like the training. I really thought it opened up my eyes to a new form of training, coming from a gymnastics and wrestling background, where it's in the track field, it's more about quality. It's not just always about more quality first, quality turns, recovery, restoration, training your central nervous system, not just your body. That really opened my eyes. I like the philosophy of track and field training. It's the methodologies, the philosophies are really cool. Anyways, so that's my background. My friend, he was competing for a club team throughout elementary school and high school, and competed for the school teams. He was mostly a sprinter, 100, 200. I don't know if he did any. He definitely did 60 meters. Shorter guy than me. Very, very quick. Very springy. He's a good sprinter, like without a doubt. He was 4 years younger than me though, so we were never on the same relay team or whatnot. But cool dude. Honestly, I consider him my brother. He's a nice guy. I don't want to say he's a nice guy. He's a good man. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I think it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, that's mainly it. I think in the direction I want to go with this video though is I don't want to just be rambling on about my training thoughts all the time. I want to start doing collaborations with other people, just more so like the people that I've trained with first, to hear their viewpoints and stuff, and then maybe see if I can get people from other avenues, maybe people from the field of physiotherapy, healthcare, then some other coaches. I'd love to do one with my coach Steve. I would honestly love to do one with coach Steve. That would be sweet. But first I'll go through my training partners, and yeah, make it like, I guess, more of a podcast style. I think I'm pretty good with my conversational abilities and hold a conversation, but yeah, I want to create more dialogue, not just have it can be pretty boring just having a camera pointed at you the whole time and not have anything else going on. And you know, if you're just gonna have me rambling on, you might as well just put your headphones on, go about your business, and not just have to just watch me talk. Honestly, that's one of the things I love about podcasts. Like, I can just do remedial tasks like fold laundry, chores, whatever, but then be listening, get some information every now and then, check out what they're showing on there. But yeah, honestly, if you guys can comment if you have any good thoughts or ideas. Like I said, I'm more just trying to create a discussion, try to share information out there, create an account where people can learn from each other and teach each other. I think that'd be sweet. So yeah, let me know. I guess I gotta create a catchphrase too, but I don't know. The only one I can think of right now is safety first, then teamwork. So remember, guys, safety first, then teamwork. Peace.
Push it up. Let's go. Big jump. Push it hard. Push, 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 push. Push. Done.